had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me When I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
By many accounts, Coach, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans.
Let's go, baby! Let's go!
Mariota now to throw on first down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number one from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Second and 5 now. Watson. It's complete. Stills. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, his third touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26. Line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So we erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Mike, check, 59. Check that. Mike 59. It's coming this way.
Out of the gun, Watson. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there and sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
The end result, 21 yards. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way. And now look at him go. 20, 10, touchdown Titans. Corey Davis, 79 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
From the 30 on second down, Watson, he dumps it underneath for Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now on 2nd and 13, Mariota, he's going deep for Brown. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. A first down carry now for Miller. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It'll go as just a 15-yard punt, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
On first down, it's Watson. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He finds Taylor, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run with Taylor. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Watson with a give to Miller. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 2nd down now, it's Taylor, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Check, 59.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal for the offense. 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And
Turn it down, bro. Can't tell them that. It's Madden.
Analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mariota. And he's got Rome.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. 10 carry now for Lamar Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So the first play of the drive, lost 4. Now they look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now Taylor. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans push further out in front. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
He's coming. We got double up.
Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Again, it's Miller. First by him near the 35. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down. Taylor, nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 45-yard line. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. This pass into the arms of Snead. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. From the gun, Watson trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second and very short, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back, and they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Got a man, it's Brown. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the Texans.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. They go play action. Mariota. Open man is Ross, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Mariota going to bring him up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Mariota. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really...
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. Nifty move. Stays on his feet. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go, see? Here I come. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. It's caught. It's Miller. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Here's Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 40. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead is down to a field goal.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Come on. Hey, 31.
Watson now, throwing again. Flushed out right. Going deep here for Stills. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. On 1st down, Taylor. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
3 bucks.
Throwing on 2nd down, Watson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 33. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. it's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Flush to his right, and he's going to keep it here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On second down now. Benjamin, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the post. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. To throw again on second down. Mariota escaping the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
Mariota to throw for it on 4th. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. Past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are going to retake the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. And at the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Harold Landry in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now Watson.
Now how about that? Rattled by a big play on the previous snap, they bounce back, and that's exactly what they needed defensively, getting a big play of their own.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
Big stop, G. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with time running out. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Rosas good with the extra point. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.